To set up the automation, click the three dots on this stage with the leads you want to run the automation on. In my example, I want to qualify the leads that I have imported into my imported prospects stage. So I will click the three dots on this stage, then click Edit Stage. Click the Automations tab. You can adjust the default settings if you wish. This here is the number of leads that it will process in the automation run once you click play. Remember, the leads processed will not all be qualified, so please account for that when you set the number of leads that you want to process in the automation run. You can change the processing interval between leads if you wish. If any action gets blocked, I'm going to select the setting that says Abort Automation. This is because if I am temporarily stopped from opening profiles, I do want the automation to abort. Now we're going to set up the automation sequence that we would like to take place. So click the Actions dropdown. Scroll down until you see your platform's actions. For example, if you want to qualify Facebook leads, find the Facebook actions. Then click the Qualify Profile action. Then click Add Action. Now it's time to set the parameters for qualifying. We're going to set the parameters for what a qualified lead looks like. If there's anything that disqualifies a lead, we can click into the disqualify area and set those disqualified parameters there. For the leads the automation is unsure if they're qualified or not qualified, we can also fill this out to dictate where we want those leads to be put. So let's go ahead and fill out the qualified parameters first. The parameters may look different based on what is available on the social media platform. You can adjust and select all the parameters for what makes a lead qualified. For example, I want my qualified leads to have at least 500 friends, I want them to have at least one mutual friend, and I want them to have published in, let's say, the past 35 days. If you work with both males and females, please leave the gender options unchecked. This is because very few people on Facebook will actually fill out this part of their profile. So by selecting one of these settings here, you do severely limit the amount of leads that the automation can qualify. Rather, if you work with only females or males, we suggest going to female-only Facebook groups or male-only Facebook groups to import from their members list, so they will already all be female when you import them into your account, for example. In the countries area, you can click the drop down and type in the country or countries that your leads must be in. If you select United States as one of the countries, you can go ahead and fill out the US state if it's necessary for a qualified lead. We suggest putting the keywords that make a qualified lead into the intro and bio area rather than the job title keywords, because the intro and bio keywords area will also scan the job title keywords area of a Facebook profile. So go ahead and enter the keywords now. The Facebook automation is looking for the profile to match one of these keywords, not all of them. Once you finish filling out what makes a qualified lead, scroll down and click the disqualified parameters area. You can put in the parameters here for what makes a lead disqualified. Remember that any lead that does not match the qualified parameters will become a disqualified lead. So only put in here specific things that will make a lead disqualified. For example, if you are a marketing agency and you want to disqualify a lead that is revolved around the marketing industry, in the intro and bios keyword, I would suggest putting the different variations of marketing that might be on someone's profile. For example, I would put in marketer, enter, then I would put in marketing, and then hit enter. Go ahead and add in any different variations of this keyword that might be on someone's profile that would make them a disqualified lead. As you can see here, the action for these disqualified leads will be changing the lead status to the not qualified status, which will remove them from the pipeline view. If you would like to change the action for these disqualified leads, you would simply select the action dropdown and choose your desired action, for these disqualified leads. Once you're finished filling out the parameters for a disqualified lead, scroll down and click the area that says leads unable to qualify or disqualify due to lack of information. This will open up the settings for what to do with the leads that the automation is unsure of. Right now, it's going to be skipping the lead, but if you click this drop down, you can actually see the different actions you can take for these undetermined leads. Instead of skipping the lead, if you rather move the lead to a different pipeline stage, such as a need to review stage, go ahead and click Move to Pipeline Stage. Here you can select the pipeline stage that says Need to Review. But since we do not have this stage currently, what I suggest is clicking Save. You can hover over the area between the Imported Prospect stage and the Qualified Prospect stage. Then click the plus button. This will be creating a new stage. The name for this stage would be Need to Review or something along those lines. I'm going to change the stage color to yellow. When you're done making this new Need to Review stage, go ahead and click Save Changes. Perfect. Now we're going to go back to editing our automation. So go ahead and click the three dots on the stage, click Edit Stage, then click the Automations tab. Open up the Qualify Profile action again, scroll down, and then click Leads Unable to Qualify or Disqualify due to lack of information. Now where it says Select the Pipeline Stage, select this drop down and click Need to Review. Awesome job! Now the leads that are undetermined will be moving into this Need to Review stage, so you can go ahead and review these leads and either qualify them or mark them as not qualified. Before we click Save and move on, we want to add an action that will move the qualified leads into the Qualified Prospects stage. So go ahead and scroll up. On the Actions dropdown, click Choose an Action. On the Pipeline Actions, click Move Lead to another stage. Then click Add Action. The pipeline stage should be moving these qualified leads into the Qualified Prospects stage. So go ahead and click the Pipeline Stage dropdown and select the Qualified Prospects stage. Awesome job! Now we have an automation that will qualify profiles and move the qualified leads into the Qualified Prospects stage. Once you're satisfied with the automation setup, go ahead and click Save Changes. You can manually select the leads you want to run through the automation. However, if you don't manually select the leads, all the leads in this stage will be considered. When you're ready to run the automation, click the play button on the Imported Prospect stage. Then click Run Automation. Read through the notification if you want to proceed, then click Yes. You can preview the automation you're about to run here. You can edit the settings here if you wish. Any changes done here will only affect the current automation run. The default settings defined in the stage details will remain the same for following automation runs. For the purpose of this training video, I'm just going to change the number of leads that it will process in the automation to 2. Just because I don't want you to have to sit through and watch 50 leads get processed. When you're ready to run the automation, go ahead and click Run Automation. You'll see an update of the progress and what is exactly happening here on the extension pop-up. If you need to stop the automation for any reason, you can click the Stop button here. Other than that, you don't need to do anything else. Go ahead, sit back, and enjoy. When the automation is done running, you'll receive a snapshot of the results. You can click into the results to see what happened to each lead. When you're done reviewing it, go ahead and click Close Window. Click Reload Pipeline. Based on the results of the automation run, you're going to see the leads move to the different stages, and the disqualified leads are no longer viewable on the pipeline.